All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome on into another episode of the Factory of Mock Drafts. I'm Brian Phillos. My co-host, as usual, to my left. I don't know if he's on the left or the right. I don't ever know how this thing works. It's always backwards. Matt, Slosh Sports Talk. And we have a special guest for you, ladies and gentlemen, this week, Mo Rax. I met him
Yes,
on
sir.
Twitter. He
Yes.
is extremely knowledgeable about almost all teams, all positions.
Yes.
Welcome on in. Mo, how are you feeling, buddy?
Man, I'm feeling great. Ready to talk about some Browns. Hopefully Andrew Berry hears my prayers. I'm telling you, hopefully he hears my prayers.
So listen, we chopped it up a little bit before the show, and I'm with you, buddy. I hope he listens to you as well. Matt, how you doing today, bud?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. Unfortunately, I'm not in Florida anymore, so weather's a little colder back here. But I am doing as good as I can in this weather.
Hey, listen, it was up to like 40 yesterday. It was like almost a heat wave. One of the guys was saying I should put some shorts on.
Yeah.
Well, I had shorts on and I could see my driveway, so I'm good.
Now it's just a solid sheet of ice.
Right?
Oh man. Well,
Man.
as usual, we'll talk some Browns first before we dive into a little mock draft here. Mo, you're the guest. We don't know anything about what your opinions are so far, so maybe give us a recap of what you thought of the Browns offseason so far, the firing of Kevin Stefanski, keeping Andrew Berry, hiring Todd Monken, all this, that, and the other thing. Give us a summary, buddy. How you
So,
feel?
so me personally, I'm not gonna lie. I was upset at the Ty Monken hire. Don't get me wrong, because I was a person that wanted Udinski or Shieldhouse. That's just me. My dream pairing would have been Udinski at head coach, Shieldhouse at OC. And if you would have kept, well, obviously we wouldn't keep Schwartz knowing what happened, but you would try to keep Schwartz in that room. Get a veteran DC with two young offensive minds that came from two good systems. And then, if you would have had to go through a year of growing pains, neither of them will play callers. So, like, whichever one was calling plays, you're going to have to go through growing pains. But I sat about it. I thought about it. And then I thought about the talent that he's played with and how he's developed people. And that was one thing that Barry said in the presser, was that they looked at Monken with how he developed players. So I looked at that and I'm like, okay, I can kind of see the vision. But then the hires came. I like Warhawk. I like bringing up the tight ends coach as the wide receiver coach, because he did good with Fannin last year. He kept Deuce. Oh, thank God. You kept Deuce, and then you brought in Warhawk, who he was here with Joe. So he had a little bit of experience with Joe. And seeing what he did with the offensive line, they did good. He had Bowers, and he's coached these guys, but he coached Bowers at Georgia, A.D. Mitchell at Georgia, Pickens at Georgia. So he's had some talent and Jermaine Burton and Lad McConkey. So he's had some talent at Georgia that's gotten drafted. So it's I'm ecstatic for it. Now I'm still in wait and see. Don't get me wrong, because I want to see. I know it's going to be growing pains. You're going to have to grow with, especially getting young talent on offense. But if you get the right guys in the room, I think now it's a good mixture of that football mind with the analytics that they want to run. It's not too analytics based. And Kevin, hey, listen, Kevin, I was a big Kevin fan early on. Not gonna lie to you, I was a big Kevin fan early on, and all my OTC brothers on Twitter, they know I was riding for Kevin to the end. But then I seen the struggles of the up and down, the inconsistencies. You have one good year, the next year is down. You have one good year, and people talk about the camaraderie. Next year, everything is dysfunctional. It was too up and down, and then it was too systematic. It was like, and there was another thing about Monken that I like. Monken said he wants QBs to have extending plays, at least 5 to 10 plays a game. Kevin didn't want that. That one read you missed it, the whole play is broken. It's over. It's over. It is over. The play is over. So and I feel like a lot of our QBs struggled. They excelled in man with the concepts that we ran, but they struggled in zone. So it's like, give me someone that knows how to actually flow with the game and can adapt, because we've seen Monken adapt, especially against us with Lamar sometimes. We've seen Monken adapt in the second half. That's something that Kevin really didn't do, because if he adapted, he went totally away from something that was working. The run, or he just went too pass heavy pass 60 times with who? So, I mean, that's how I feel. I like the hires, though. I just want to see how they draft. I think now we can be more open to some of these players, because you will look at Kevin's system and be like, he's not Kevin's guy. He will not work here. But now you can be more open-minded to like Makai Lemon, KC, So.
Oh yeah, exciting stuff. We got somebody in the chat already calling you Mo Kiper Jr.
Yeah, that's my boy Jay. Yes, sir, Ski.
Love it. Well, Matt, we haven't been on in a couple weeks, but how are you feeling? I know you were a big fan of Jim Schwartz. How are you feeling about Jim Schwartz, I guess, leaving, however that happened, resigning or whatever? And then do you think that has any impact on the Browns draft this year?
I don't think it has any impact on the draft, but this might be an unpopular opinion amongst other Browns fans, but if you're going to act that way when you don't get a job and you're going to walk out on a team that you just built, I mean, he built arguably the top one or two defenses in the league. And if you're going to say, I'm taking my ball and going home, I don't want you. I mean, it's sad to say thank you for your service, but there's the door. I'm not a fan of people who do that. You applied for that position knowing there's a potential you're not going to get the job. Mm-hmm. And because you were outranked by Monken, you're now saying, I'm leaving.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going anywhere else. We can't trade offensive coordinators or defensive coordinators.
Nope.
You're stuck sitting there for a year doing nothing. You can go to the college rank, coach in college somewhere, but who's going to take you after you just acted like that?
Yeah. No, I think you're spot on there. I was like, man, this is exactly why you weren't the leader of men that they were looking for, right? I mean, I brought that up with Patty on another show, but I was like, man, look at his record in Detroit. And he had Matthew Stafford and Megatron, and he was like 21-59 or something like that. I'm like, what?
You had arguably the best wide receiver of one of the best wide receivers of all times and a hell of a quarterback, and you won 21 games. I mean, but my personal opinion, if you're going to act like that, I don't want you in the building anyway. And unfortunately, hopefully some of these defensive stars that we have aren't butthurt about it and decide they're going to want to start demanding trades again. But it is what it is. And I wasn't a firm believer that at the get-go when they were interviewing coaches that they should have said you have to keep Schwartz anyway, because how are you going to tell a head coach you're coming in, but I'm going to tell you how to do your job?
Yeah.
If I'm going to pay you millions of dollars to do something, I'm going to let you do your job. That's just my personal opinion, and it's always has been. It was the same with Stefanski when he was calling plays and not letting his offensive coordinator call plays. I'm sorry, but if you're paying a guy as an offensive coordinator and you don't trust him enough to call plays, why is he your offensive coordinator?
Oh, yeah. I hear you. He flip-flopped 2 times in the last 2 years. So.
Yeah.
So another one from Mo Kiper Jr. here. So Mo Kiper Jr., tell me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm telling you, when I get in the draft mode, I will sit there all day. I'll be relaxed, and I just watch. I just watch prospects all day. You know what I'm saying? And then just watching them, some other prospects will pop off on tape. So then I watch them, and it's just a trickle effect. It's just. That makes the offseason fun, because offseason can be long. Oh my goodness, it can feel so long, but when you get in that draft process, it kind of speeds things up. I'm not gonna lie, it does.
Oh yeah. Well,
with all these comments coming in, you might have to change your handle.
Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? I gotta change it to Mo Kiper Jr., man.
I'm all right with that. What did you think? Did you get a chance to watch much of the Senior Bowl or the practices or any of that stuff? And I guess more importantly, did anybody jump out to you? Did anybody you think sneak into the first round perhaps? Or what did you see, Mo?
I think one receiver that I like was Malachi Fields. I think he definitely showed showed a lot. Because me personally, I want to double up in this draft. That's just me personally at wide receiver. Like get you a good slot guy and get you a good X. You could rotate Bond and Judy, and they can go in and out the slot. Especially if you're gonna use motion, you can motion these guys out in different spots on the field. So you still got Fannin. So you got enough threats out there. But that's probably the biggest one for me. I'll say him and Chandler Rivers. Oh my goodness. Chandler Rivers was nice. He was nice down there. Those was really the two positions, because whether people like it or not, we need another corner. I've been telling people that we need another corner. It has to happen. It has to happen.
Even with Campbell and hopefully Emerson comes back, you still think we need another corner?
I think we need a nickel. I've been screaming for the past 2 years to get one of these new age nickel safeties that can play split zone. You could play the deep thirds. You could come down in the box, and you could play in the slot. I feel like we need like a Gardner Johnson, a Brian Branch type of safety with Grant, because Grant can cover, but he's not a Kyle Hamilton type of cover. Kyle Hamilton can line up in the slot against some people. I don't trust Grant always in the slot against some shiftier wide receivers. His hips isn't that fluid, So
how late do you think we could snag somebody like that? I mean, are we talking? Can we wait till the third, fourth round? What are you thinking?
I think Rivers gonna go late second, early third. I think Pons set the bar though. He's not better than Pons. Pons is gonna go second round.
They're gonna be gone before 70.
Yes, and that's
so we're gonna either have to group our shit together and move up, or we're gonna lose out on that.
Yeah, and Pons he plays way bigger than his size, and he is physical. I like him. I 100% like him. I'm not gonna lie. But that's another reason why I say safety. We run a 4-2-5. You know what I'm saying? So we're running 3 safeties out there, and I think McLeod did decent near the box, but you still want Grant Delpin more near the box to blitz for the run fits, and the man up against those tight ends and be physical. So especially if you're gonna be running press man still, I want him more in the box. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. If you get a nickel corner, I'm fine with that too. You just got to have good run fits. As much as I want Denzel to travel, Denzel is not going to be a good run fit just because of the concussion history, just at all.
Oh, yeah. So we got some people jumping in the chat here. One thing, and I know we talked about this earlier, so it's saying trade back from 6. I know me and Matt have talked about this on previous shows. So I'll kind of leave the floor with you, Mo. I'm just going to let you keep talking, buddy.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like I said, I've been saying it's a possibility that we trade down from 6. And I don't really see a world where Cardinal, Francis, Fano, and Spencer and Makai is off the board by the time we get there at 6. But we've seen wilder things in the draft. Dante Moore going back gave some implications on the draft. 100%. Whether a lot of people realize that is major, because a lot of people are sliding up spots that they wouldn't just have been drafted in a month or two, whenever you went back. So if that's on the table, then you trade down. Or if you get a King's ransom and you can still get a Fano, you can still get a Lumu, you can still get maybe a Lemon if you fall. I don't think you fall past the Rams, though. That's just me personally. I think the Rams will jump on them, and I don't want to see that, but Jesus Christ.
Better than the Steelers.
Thank you. I don't even want to see him in the Bumblebee jersey. I don't.
Well, how far would you be comfortable trading back if you were the Browns with that 6th pick? I mean, would you go number 9? Would you go all the way down to 12 with Dallas? What do you think?
I think that's the borderline is 12 with Dallas. I don't think you're going to trade in division with Cincinnati, because they're just going to go pick Caleb Downs. You don't want to see that. Mm-hmm. So if Caleb Downs is there at 6, someone offers you a King ransom like Dallas, or who was the other one with the second round? That's the Jets.
Yeah.
I don't think the Jets are going to get Downs, but again, he's one of those type of prospects where it's like, if a team needs BPA, they'll go get Downs. Or if they really want him and sees him as that guy, that cornerstone guy, they'll trade up and go get him. So if you can, I was just in the space earlier, if you can trade down with the Rams Oh no, if you trade down with Dallas, because Dallas got the Jets pick. If you trade down with Dallas, you get 12 and you get a first next year, because next year is the loaded draft. You want to get 2 picks next year. And I don't really know how many teams are really just going to trade their picks knowing next year is coming up and they want a guy. But if someone really wants a guy this year, Dallas, Caleb Downs, hello? Is this who you want? Is this who you want? Talk to me. You got to offer me something nice because we need some players. We need offensive linemen. We need some weapons. Talk to me. But I really don't want to trade down. If France is there, Fano's there, Carnell's there, or Tate is there at 6, I'm taking him. I mean, Makai, I'm sorry. I'm taking him.
Oh, yeah. So you keep mentioning Makai. It sounds like you're a Makai fan over Tyson. Matt, how do you have the wide receivers ranked? I mean, the top. Let's just focus on the top 3, 4, whatever you're thinking. I think you said that last couple episodes, Tate. You would take Tate number 1. What do you think about after that? You like Tyson or Tate better? Or sorry, Lemon better.
I don't even know what to say at this. Tyson scares me with his injury history.
Yes, 100%.
But his ceiling is so much higher than the rest of the wide receivers in this draft. I feel.
Okay.
You okay over there?
Yeah. That's what I feel like about
I've seen a couple mock drafts where they had us taking Lemon at 6, and I was kind of curious at who went before in the first 5 picks, because the only way I see myself doing that at 6 is if Tate's gone, Fano's gone, and Francis is gone. I feel I probably would take Lemon over Tyson just because of the injury history at 6. That's too much of a risk for me. I just have that gut feeling that he's going to end up being hurt and be out of the league in 3 years. Not saying it's going to happen, not saying he won't be the next coming of Jesus Christ in the NFL, but who knows? I'm not willing to risk that with our history of draft injuries.
Yeah, with that, I think also that the AFC North is a gritty, tough division. I think with his injury history, I don't want to see that for I don't want to see that for our team. And he's a talented player, though. I do agree with you. But that injury history is why I've been talking about Lemon more than Tyson, 100%.
His brother's trying hard for him to come to Cleveland, though.
Yeah, he is.
His brother, after every game, he's like, please draft him. I want him in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a cool story, but your brother's got to learn how not to get hurt.
Yeah.
So,
hey, listen, this is how I got sold on Tyson, right or wrong, indifferent. Okay, you just mentioned it. His brother. Number 2, we got enough 5'11" wide receivers on this team. Please don't need another 5'11" wide receiver. I'm sorry. And number 3, one person said their comp to Tyson, as you said, high ceiling is Justin Jefferson. I'm like, if you give me a Justin Jefferson type, fine with me. Now, again, I haven't dove too deep. It sounds like Mo spends a lot more time going down the rabbit hole than I do. So probably should take his word over mine. However, I heard Justin Jefferson and my ears were just perking. I was like, man, now Mo,
I do think his ceiling is like a top 5 receiver, but I wouldn't say Justin. I think he's more of like a Neighbors type of receiver, more athleticism, explosive, but Neighbors still has that route running with him. Me and my boy Cam, he's a wide receiver coach. He's Route Universe on Twitter. Like just to watch some of his breakdowns and me and him talk about receivers a lot. He was just telling me just to watch for the little nuances in that, and I really see it. And he's really reckless with his body at the catch point. Don't get me wrong, he's a freak at the catch point and high point the ball with good body control, but you throw your body around a lot, you're gonna get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like it's and like I said, AFC North, it's a gritty game. You're gonna have players like Joey Porter Jr. press you at the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? He's physical. He's very grabby. He will get hands on you. I just don't. I don't see it. I don't. But he can get there if he stays healthy. He can get there though. He can get there.
Yeah.
It just with that knee injury that he had a couple years ago. I mean, he tore every alphabet letter. I mean, it was ACL, MCL. What else?
Yeah, literally, you're not lying. Like you're not lying. It was.
I mean, and then it just brings that fear back in me. I mean, Chubb's one of my favorite Browns players of all times, but look at him after the knee injury.
He had two of them.
Yes. He was amazing after the first one, but what happens in 2 years if he's playing the Steelers again and gets blown up on the line, and then we're out a number 6 draft pick?
And see, Chubb was a lightning in the bottle because that was just rare to see. Like he came back even stronger, he came back faster, and he still had the mentality of having the cuts, having the body control, having the balance. You know, it was just a rare blend. But he's one of one. Like he's just a cyborg. It didn't make any sense.
I'm all for bringing Chubb back for him and Jonathan. My personal opinion, we should have paid Chubb whatever he wanted and kept him a Browns fan until he retired. I love the man. That's
I see it. I mean, he's going to go down as one of the best ever Browns. I understand it. I just thought we need to go younger, so
that's the fan side of me though. That's not the
right. I got you.
I got to let that slip every once in a while. Let the fan side slip in because otherwise the Browns are depressing, and I don't have enough Xanax for that.
I'm telling you, after Sundays, man, I'll be having to roll up, man. They be having me hot. I'm telling you, I'll be maybe get a shot of tequila with that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yes, please. Yes, please. More tequila. More tequila. Well, what do you think, Mo, about the 24th pick? I mean, regardless of whatever we end up with at 6, and obviously, hopefully, it's a tackle or a wide receiver of some sort. What do you got your eye on for number 24? And obviously, it depends on how the draft board shakes out. But what are you looking at there?
I'm really looking at wide receiver, offensive line. I don't really see anything else. Me personally,
okay.
I don't think he's gonna fall. But that guard from Penn State, monster. I want him. But I don't think he's gonna fall past 15, 16. You know, I don't think he's gonna fall that far. I do like the Oregon guard. It's some of the wide receivers. I feel like 24 is too rich sometimes. But like I watched KC Concepcion today. And they don't want no receivers. I wouldn't mind it though. Listen, I wouldn't mind it. His route running, he got some tempo. He has the nuance for it. And I think that right there could be dangerous with if you can't get a Makai Lemon, that'll be another Zay Flowers like guy. That I'm gonna put it to you that way. That would be another Zay Flowers type guy in Monken's system, in my opinion. So,
but if you get someone like him, who is a little on the shorter side,
you got to get
you come back later and get Brazier from Tennessee. He's what 6'5".
Yeah, 6'5", 200. I don't. But see, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think you're gonna get him in the second round. I don't think he's in the first.
You think
really?
He's gonna go in the first?
I think my boy Cam. We talk wide receivers all day.
Yeah.
And he is a little. Now, don't get me wrong. I am scared of that orange tee on that white helmet. I am scared of it. We just had one and he did not pan out. But I will say, like I said, I trust in Cam, and also I watched him myself. He's a way better route runner than Tillman, hands down. He can sink his hips better at 6'5" at his size, which Cam don't like it when I say I really think he's gonna be probably 6'4" and some change, because we all know combine measurements. They're not 6'5", they're not 5'11". They're shorter than that. But I think Brazel, he can run some routes. I've seen some good releases from him. I'm not gonna lie to you. So if you get Brazel, it's gonna scare me, but I wouldn't be mad, because also they did have Monken always had like a deep threat guy. It was Bateman, Devontae Walker. You use Prochet a little bit early on. Well, I don't think Prochet was with Monken actually. I think it was Tylan Wallace. It was Rashad Bateman. They used D-Hop a little, and then Devontae Walker, who was the deep threat guy. He was more linear speed than short area quickness. You know, so
yeah.
Brazel surprised me though. He surprised with some of the routes he run. You know, their route tree is so limited over there in Tennessee. Like and they play so awkward. They're so wide out outside the hashes. They're running a lot of crosses, a lot of meshes. They're weird. They're weird.
So let me. What I'm seeing here, I've got Tate, Tyson, Boston, Lemon, Conception, and Branch. I think those are the 6 that go most likely in the first round from the research I've done. So you think Brazel goes on top of that 7 wide receivers, or will you think one of those guys doesn't make it?
I think Branch is a second round guy just due to his size.
Okay.
I think Brazel at 6'4", 200. I think he gonna run a pretty good 40, 4.4 40. Me personally, it could be mid 4.4s, but at that size, teams are gonna look at that and be like, like it happens all the time. We see the now if Zachariah runs like a 4.2 something, then yeah, he's first round, 100%.
Yep.
Yeah, he's first round, 100%. If he runs something like Worthy, he's first round, 100%. But he'll be like late first, unless the team really just jumps on him. But I'm not gonna lie. I think some of the receivers also are going to get pushed down because of defensive talent. So I don't really think it's going to be that many receivers. You got, and it's just off the top of my head, you got Delane from LSU, Bailey, Ruben Bain, McDonald from OSU, Arville Reese, Caleb Downs. You have Peter Woods.
McDonald.
Yeah, McDonald. You got Peter Woods. You got TJ Parker from Clemson. Both of them are Clemson boys. You got the safety, which I think for Toledo could sneak into the first round.
Cassius Howe.
You got Avion Terrell, AJ Terrell, little brother, another Clemson guy. So it's some good defensive players in this draft that is going to push some wide receivers down. Like I said, Dante Moore just went back. So that just put a major hitch in a lot of people's plans. And a lot of people are going to slide up because they may need a defensive player. Some people going to slide down on people's boards too. So.
And so obviously the combine is coming up, right? So how many do you believe in the combine, people moving up the boards in the combine, or how do you feel about that?
Man. Hey, listen.
Do they move up on your board though?
Not that. Now I will say this. There's certain things that I look for. Like in wide receivers, I'm looking at shuttles and 3 cones. I want to see your short area quickness. I want to see the burst that you have. I want to see the lateral quickness because that sometimes translates to getting in and out of your breaks smooth. Like if you looked at JSN numbers at the combine in the shuttle and 3 cone, they were disgusting. And it's translating to the field just how he can move, So that's something that I do look for. I'm not going to lie. I do look at 10-yard splits. I think that shows some explosiveness in your game. I don't always look at 40 times. 40 times can be misleading. Like there's not going to be a defensive lineman running 40 yards down the field.
Yeah.
So, like, I understand you're a freak athlete, you know what I'm saying? But there are certain things that I do think can rise someone up on my board, but it's not an end-all, be-all for me, I think the tape has to match the metrics of the combine. It's the eye test, and then you have the analytics, quote unquote, to back it up. And that's what X just said. Thank you. X literally I just said it. He just said it.
It popped up just as you were talking. I'm like, I gotta show this one.
I swear.
You guys aren't simpatico at all. Come on. Well, I was curious. I want to hear from both of you. I mean, is there a Harold Fannin in this draft that, just gets, something at the combine makes him just drop, that just doesn't say it on the tape? Matt, we'll start with you. And the other part 2 of the question is, do you think the Browns can take advantage of Mr. Berry?
That's one position I haven't really researched too much because that's not really a
not
target
just
for the
tight end.
Browns.
I'm saying anybody.
Anybody
that could drop because of what their combine looks like. Could be anybody, defense, offense, I don't care.
The only thing I see dropping, which I have been noticing in a lot of the mock drafts, either I've been doing or other people have been doing, is people are freaked out over Ruben Bain's arm size for some reason. Like they're like, oh, he's got short arms. I'm like, look at his tape. Look at his production in college.
Yeah.
That completely, in in my eyes, I don't give a shit about his arm size when he can prove that he can play at that position.
And he can win.
I mean, he'd be one of the few defensive players that if Andrew Berry pulled an Andrew Berry and drafted him at 6, I would be still upset that he didn't go after like offensive line and wide receiver, but I wouldn't be completely upset because can you imagine him on the other side? And I think we've talked about this in the group chat because I know Brian's blood pressure goes through the fucking roof when I say this, but can you imagine him on the other side of Myles Garrett? You thought Myles Garrett had a lot of sacks this year.
I think that player for me would be Caleb Downs.
100%.
Go ahead, my fault.
You're good. He'd be the only person. Caleb Downs is probably the only one I'd be like, if they took him at 6, I'd be like, okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah. He's just that good.
Absolutely. He's generational. I don't care what anyone says.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't. I can't.
Brian's blood pressure goes through the roof anytime I mention. So I do about 10 mock drafts a day, and the amount I do, every once in a while I got to change it up. Otherwise, I go absolutely nuts over drafting the same offensive tackle or the same wide receiver at 6. Every once in a while, I take a defensive player, and he just loses his mind. And I feel his blood pressure. I'm an hour away from him, and I feel it going through the roof. Like I got to call a doctor for him.
Yeah, but it's like you have to because it's like we know the needs, but like just as we seen this year, it was a curveball. It was so much Travis Hunter QB talk, and we traded on and got Mason Graham, one of the best defensive tackles in the draft. So like sometimes you got to do that.
I mean, look what he did for Myles.
Sack record. Thank you.
I'm a firm believer. If we didn't do that last year in the draft, Myles would not have got the sack record this year.
Hey, listen. There was a lot of people that was fools for a duel. You hear me? I wanted Mason Graham at 6 or at 5. If you trade down, there's no point in getting Abdul Carter when we need to be getting interior pressure to push the pocket in because there's so many times I've seen Myles, Olivier Vernon, Jadeveon Clowney fly around the edges, and QBs either step up in the pocket and throw the ball or throw it away, or they find a running lane because they rush so far upfield and they just run. Prime example, when we played Jaden Daniels, I swear, I think it was Alex Wright or McGuire. They rushed so far up the field, and he just ran and got like a 15-yard, 20-yard first down. Don't get me started.
Oh, let's get started. Let's go.
Don't get me started. Oh, go ahead.
I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I do. You, the offense, and I'm not going to pretend now like part of this is on Stefanski, right? But like 2024, our offense was one of the worst offenses in the league. In the 2025 draft, the first 2 picks that we had were both defensive players. Now our defense looked even better, obviously, with 2 highly talented players added to the mix.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if you do that again and again, I mean, unless they find a magic pill that fixes the entire offensive line in the offseason, and then find another wide receiver because we know Jerry Jeudy is not a wide receiver 1, like
or 2.
If they do all that, then sure, draft whoever the hell you want. You could draft frickin' anybody on the defense. I don't care. At that point, sure. But if our offensive line is still a gigantic black hole, and our wide receivers are Jerry Jeudy, Isaiah Bond, and whatever else we got, like we've seen the last 2 years, no thank you. No thank you. I need help on the offensive line desperately. We need a wide receiver. Otherwise, we're going to be saying the same thing next year at the end of the year, like, oh, Shedeur Sanders didn't look good again. Maybe Deshaun Watson played in a couple games, didn't look good. The offensive line still sucks. The wide receivers aren't good. They're 31st and 32nd in the league. So I just can't. I can't. I get it. Best player available makes a lot of sense, but not to me, not for this draft.
Yeah,
It's worked for the Steelers for years.
Define work.
But see, it worked.
Better record than us.
It worked to a fault though, because you had a ceiling with that. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong,
you're right.
I also think that was because of coaching, but they capped themselves at a ceiling because now you need a QB, but you drafted this BPA and got good players, but now you can't get no elite QB in the first round. You got to wait for a loaded draft to try to get the 4th or 5th guy and develop.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong though, but like you said, better record than us. So I mean,
But hey, the Steelers and everybody else makes mistakes too. We just don't follow it as closely. I mean, look at Devin Bush. I mean, it maybe not be a mistake now, but it took him what 7 years to get to this point in the league. There's been plenty of people that they've missed on. So let's not pretend like the Steelers hit every week, every year.
yeah, and I
Um,
mean they got some good picks, but you ain't lying. Like they didn't got some misses in there.
Yeah.
100%.
well, that's enough of getting my blood pressure up. I say we just dive into the mock draft, the whole shebang. The reason we're all here.
Yes, sir.
That that's yeah. I got to bring the blood pressure down a little bit. Matt will pull it up here. Mo, I don't know how you've been doing your mocks, but I just kind of been following along on an app while we do this. But
Okay.
I don't know how well you can see the screen. But in any
I
event,
see everything. Yeah, I see everything.
oh, okay, great.
So what
All
we
right.
normally do is we let our guests start us off, and then we alternate picks that way, starting with
Okay.
you.
Okay,
And
well,
then Brian is second this week because I was second last week, and I will be third. And then roll through it that way.
Titans. Okay, I got you. Well, Kubiak is there, new head coach. We've seen his work with Sam Darnold. I think it's gonna be Fernando. They need a QB. Gino wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of work to do. If Fernando was not here, BPA.
I hear you. So that's seems to be the consensus across the entire everybody and anybody that does draft talk. So then we would move into the Jets with the number 2 pick. Let me see here. So obviously they need a quarterback bad. I don't think they're taking Ty Simpson this high. I would consider it if I'm the GM for the Jets. I would consider it as the next pick, but I'm not doing it quite this high. They've got a lot of holes to fill. However, if I'm them, I'm going with Arvell Reese, Ohio State edge rusher. They could use edge rushers. Obviously, Arvell Reese, we saw him all. I think most people that watch this show, most of us are Ohio State fans. He started off strong with a bunch of sacks, kind of fell off, so to speak. But I think he's got the talent. And there you go. Mark Miller says the Jets signed Malik Willis. So they wouldn't even need a quarterback in this mock, right? If that's the case.
Yeah, if that's the case, yeah.
Yeah. So then that takes us over to number 3 with the Cardinals. Matt, what are you thinking with the Cardinals this week?
So I had 2 people pick for this pick. I had Arvell Reese, if you didn't take him. And then my second pick is I honestly don't know who their quarterback's going to be next year because it seems like they're done with Kyler Murray, but their offensive line was ranked in the bottom third in the NFL last year. And I think this will be our first offensive tackle off the board. And I'm going to go with, I'm not going to even say the last name because I don't know if Fatty's on here or not, but he's going to make fun of me if I mispronounce this again. But we're going to go Francis out of the University of Miami.
You broke my heart.
I know, I'm sorry, but I think you build the trenches before you worry about your quarterback.
Yeah, I agree with that. You gotta have somebody to protect. Tennessee. Now, a lot of people, I've seen a lot of mocks where they're mocking a wide receiver here, but I think with Dayball coming in, I think you can see a jump in their offense. You know what I'm saying? You got Ridley. He was up and down, but A.O. Maynard, he emerged. I've seen some good plays from him. I think he has good body control, good hands. You got Chimera. I think you need to develop him as a receiver, but he got that deep threat ability. I don't think they need to add. I think with Saleh becoming head coach, defensive mind, it's only Jeffrey Simmons in them. That's it. Jeffrey Simmons and friends. That's it. So I think here, now it was a toss-up, but I'm going Ruben Bain for them. Like I think how he plays with the Jeffrey Simmons, I think they will go good together. I think Bailey is good, but I just think Bain with how he plays is just a good fit for Robert Saleh. So,
okay. Well, that takes us to the New York Jets. No, not the New York Jets, the New York Giants. Man, I got both New York teams this time. Love it. So with the New York Giants, I think John Harbaugh learned a very, very valuable lesson a couple years ago when they drafted somebody we've already talked about on this show. Mo brought him up a couple times, Mr. Kyle Hamilton. And I didn't put these pieces together because it's not really a huge position of need for them. It's more down the line, but I think with what John has learned and the talent that we've already the generational talent we've talked about, they take Mr. Caleb Downs, safety out of Ohio State, and he doesn't play as deep as Jabril Peppers did when Mr. Greg Williams was here. So that sends us over to Matt. Right, you get to pick for the Browns this time.
It's the first time I got to pick for him, and I think I get both picks if my math's correct.
Damn.
So I got a tough one here. Tate's on the board. But like Mo said, I'm a firm believer that after you get past select few tackles on this board, it drops off a little further than the wide receiver room does. As much as I hate to say this, I'm going to take Spencer Fano and secure up our offensive line at this route and let Tate go on to another day to play for another team. But Spencer Fano is going to be my choice at the first offensive lineman off the board. I'm not saying it won't be the last in this mock draft for the Browns. We'll see how this plays out, but he is the first offensive tackle for the Browns in the first round.
I'm not mad at that. Like, again, it just has to be wide receiver and tackle. I'm not mad at Fano at all. Do I want Tate because I think Tate is going to be one of those guys? Yeah, but at the same time, if you don't have a tackle, if you don't have a bookend, I'm not even going to say a bookend tackle. If you don't have a good tackle, how is your QB going to deliver the football to some of these explosive plays that we're going to want, unless it's a scramble drill, you know? So I ain't mad at that at all.
All right. Well, that takes us over to the Commanders.
Ooh.
Mo, what do you think with the Commanders?
I ain't gonna lie. Oh, I was tempted to take David Bailey for them. But God damn it, Carnell Tate is on the board. Give Jadis another weapon. Because
two Ohio State guys on the same team?
Exactly. Now, me personally, I think they're going to try to go after Ayuk. That's just me personally. That was Jaden's college guy. Ayuk going out. I think that's where he really wants to go. But Debo didn't really work out there this year. Give me Carnell. Just give me Carnell. I'll take Carnell.
So we get all the way to the 7th pick without our first wide receiver comes off the board. I feel like 2 weeks ago when we did this with Mac, our buddy Mac, it was like I feel like it was already three wide receivers gone by now. It's wild how that stuff changes. Oh man. So that moves us on to the Saints. And I mean, for the Saints, I think they definitely need some offensive line help. In my estimation, I know probably the interior offensive line is what they're probably focused on. And since I still don't know what the heck, I still can't pronounce his damn name.
Y'all, his name is insane.
We're gonna say Francis. From Miami. I'm gonna go with Francis from Miami.
He's gone.
He's already gone?
Yeah, he went to Arizona.
Oh, he went to Arizona.
Here I am trying to follow
I'm gonna start treating you like my fantasy drafts. If people in my fantasy drafts take a player already drafted, they got to do a shot.
Yeah, you got to get a horn on here or something. That's the first time that's happened. I'm honored to be the first. All right, well, even better then. So it's a little early for him. I'm gonna stick with. All right, let me reevaluate here. So no. There you go.
It's a couple good picks here now. Just saying.
All right, I'm gonna go. All right, I'm going David Bailey.
Yeah. Okay.
He's the best edge rusher I see out there. And they're probably tickled pink that he's still there at number 8. So Get me off the hot seat here. I've already messed this up enough. Move on to number 9 with the Kansas City Chiefs.
So with on to the Chiefs, my least favorite team in the NFL. But anyway, my personal opinion on this one is if Jeremiah Love is here, you can't skip on him for the Chiefs because they need a true running back that not only can run the ball but can catch. And I think Jeremiah Love is the thing that's going to get this offensive game back on for the Chiefs, and we're going to actually see a resurgence in Patrick Mahomes whenever he does come back. Did they ever announce how long he's going to be out for sure going into this next season?
No, but he tore his ACL late, so I'm not. I don't think you should expect him to be back till at least week 8 to 10.
So he might, depending on how they are the first 8-10 weeks, he might not even be back next year at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a player like Jeremiah Love, once he does come back, will open up this offense to the point where we will be back to the point where, unfortunately, the Chiefs are in contention for the Super Bowl every year again. But I'm going to go Jeremiah Love, running back out of Notre Dame.
Now, let me ask you this. If Fano fall to them, do you think they take him?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
They take him over Love?
Yes.
They've been starving for a tackle for years. That's why I asked them that. They've been starving for a tackle for years now.
I want to say I was looking at the numbers the other day. Don't quote me on this because I was looking at it and I had 2 screaming kids on my lap. But I want to say in the time that Mahomes played last year, which I can't which week did he get hurt? Do you guys remember?
It was late in the season. I want to say it was
was it 12?
I want to say it was between 12 and 14.
Yeah.
He had the 3rd or 4th most sacks for a quarterback in the league.
And Josh Simmons wasn't playing, I don't think, during that time either.
No.
Yeah.
So not only do they have offensive line issues, they have issues with them being injured all the time, the ones that are good. So you get not only someone like Fano that will secure up that line for them, you get somebody that you move somebody else to the depth position. So if Fano gets hurt or somebody else gets hurt, they can move into that spot and hopefully not lose as much ground as they did this year.
Okay.
Personal opinion. You guys take it how you want, but
no, makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, yeah, no, and I mean, I've heard as early as October for Patty Mahomes to come back. I think that's crazy, but I mean, I guess it's possible.
He's probably overseas somewhere getting some stem cell transplant thing. He'll be ready to go by first week of preseason.
Nah, man, he's got that money that he's getting them surgeries that we don't even know about. So, a technology that us poor people don't even know about. All right, let's move on to the Bengals. Mo, what you got for the Bengals?
Why did I get the Bengals out of all teams? Now I know they were hoping for Downs or one of those edges to fall to him because Hendrickson is gone. Mm-hmm. Now they need D-line help. I'm tempted to get someone like Peter Woods because he is disruptive in the middle, but I think that with them rebuilding their linebacker core, I think Sonny Styles is the pick. I think Sonny Styles is the pick. They need that guy that can play to Logan Wilson's play or higher than that when they were contending, and Sonny Styles he's athletic, he can trigger down, he can do all of that. So
and as a guy who wants to see us run the ball more and hope that Todd Monken and George Warhop's schemes work well, I'm happy that they don't get Peter Woods, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. Yeah. So that moves us on to the Dolphins. I think this is a pretty easy pick for them. I think they obviously need help at cornerback, and there's a cornerback on here that I think they would be happy is drops all the way down to 11.
Best
And
corner in
that's
the
Mansoon Delaney. 5'11", 190 out of LSU. I mean, he can do it all right now, right? He can play man press, zone. I mean, he's a stud. He can tackle. He can blitz. He's got clean hips. I know Mo was talking about that earlier. Mo probably knows more about his tape than I do. I just watched a very short little bit of it, but he is the cornerback one in my opinion. Now, again, if depending on how McCoy shows up at the combine, his measurables could just jump him off the charts, right, and end up bumping him. But I think that Delaney is the better cornerback, which then takes us over to the big star, the Dallas Cowboys, number 12. Matt, what you got for them?
Their defense was horrible last year. That's all I got. They gave up so many points. You can't expect. I love watching. I go into a lot of other teams like websites where they show their fans bitching about their players, like just like the Browns. And they're bitching about Dak Prescott, and I'm like, how do you expect Dak Prescott to perform to a level where he has to score 34 points
every
just
game.
to break even? So, and then you trade arguably the second best defensive player in the league last year.
You got a good one in return though.
But still.
Yeah, I agree with you though. I see what you said.
But still.
You ain't lying.
So I'm gonna give them somebody here that can get to the quarterback and help Dak out on the defensive side of the ball, not having to score so many points. And I'm gonna go with Falk out of Auburn and give them a edge rusher that can get to the quarterback and stop them from scoring so many fucking points. Sorry, I've had quite a few Miller Lights already. I had to cover up the Bud Light symbol for Brian here because he's a Bud Light guy. We call him the Bud Light King.
We got Matt with the Miller Lights and Mo with the incense, right?
Yeah, hey, you hear me? Nice smelling incense over here, you know?
Oh boy. All right. Well, that takes us over to the Rams at number 13, their first pick of the two. Mo, what you got for them, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I said it. I don't think Mekhi Lemon falls past the Rams, man. Like, I think this is where Mekhi Lemon goes. Mekhi Lemon in Sean McVay's system, I think, is a dream parent. Just with how he's used, McVay knows how to use his slot receivers very well. That's where the scheme is predicated around. And now that Puka has developed the outside receiver material to be able to consistently win, I think this is where Mekhi goes. Because now Devontae is getting older. He's their red zone threat. You combine his route running with Mekhi's route running in the slot. You got the physicality of Puka running gadget plays and running across the field on crossers. And man, listen, man. Hey, listen, Stafford may go back-to-back MVP.
Is he coming back?
He already said he was.
Yeah, he already said he was. He said he was.
Okay.
He said he got at least one more year in him.
Okay. All right. So that takes us to the Ravens. Man, this don't feel right.
Hey, I had Cincinnati. Go ahead.
This is going to be one that I'm going to go ahead and mix it up here. I've been hearing some rumblings, and I've been hearing this guy who is not high on a lot of boards, but is high on some, showed up at the Senior Bowl, and, sometimes the Ravens just surprise the hell out of us, right? So I'm going to go, they need edge rush help, but I'm not going to go conventional here. I'm going to go way down. You might have to keep going. I don't know how low it is on the list. Zion Young out of Missouri.
Ooh. Now hold on, Brian. Hold on. I didn't know your game.
I actually really like this pick.
All knowledge like that, Brian. Hold on now.
As long as he can stay out of trouble, I think this is a great pick.
I do too. Him with who they gave me last year. I wanted him so bad. From Marshall. Oh, his name was escaping. Um, Green, Mike Green, Mike Green.
Mm.
I think that pairing is pretty nice. Not gonna lie, pretty nice.
That's probably one of the best picks I've seen in these mock drafts that we've done, Brian. That's great. He's been on my radar for a first round pickup, but I haven't decided where I want to stick him, and I think that
That's a good
I
spot.
I think that's going to be amazing for him.
We'll see. We will see. So then moves us on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I believe Matt, you're on the board.
I am on the board, and
right.
every single mock draft I've done this year, I've taken Sonny Styles at 15, but he is gone for the first time I've ever done one of these. I'm gonna do I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm gonna give Baker his favorite target, a big tight end. And I think Sadiq comes off the board here from Oregon.
Oh man, that's like Njoku all over again, ain't it?
Can you imagine if Njoku goes down there?
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to see it. I said Njoku may go to the Chiefs. Just saying.
Ooh.
That would be a really good fit.
It's a fit for him. Kelsey in line, you flex Njoku out to slot. I'm just saying.
I like that. I wish Njoku the best. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, I don't want to go, but Fannin just literally pushed him out the door with 2 hands and 2 feet.
You ain't got your seatbelt on?
Hey, you hear me?
What's that?
What Tyrese saying fast first? Ejectocito, cuz. See you later.
You beat me to it. I was getting ready to say that. I was trying to think of which Fast and the Furious it was, which one of the 27 they've come out with.
Yeah.
On a side note, before we go on to the next pick, the Cavs are up 138-113 right now.
Oh, really? What Harden looking like? Harden looking decent?
Harden is 13 points, 4 rebounds, 11 assists.
Oh, yeah, he assisting this game. Okay.
Yeah, they're this garbage time. Yeah, there's garbage minutes. They're up by 23. Yeah. Oh, no way.
End of the fourth. It's over.
Dang. Oh, yeah, it's over with. See you later.
Yep.
Harden only had to play 28 minutes tonight.
Oh, yeah. They just did him dirty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were up big in the first quarter. Well, so the Jets. Mo, what you got for the Jets here? You think quarterback? You think?
I don't think they reach on quarterback here. I just don't see them reaching on Ty. I think Ty is like late first, maybe second. I don't see them reaching on Ty here. I think they gonna replace some of this defense that they just gave away. I think, and then especially since Aaron Glenn is a defensive guy. Let's see. I think Peter Woods is looking like a good pick here. Just saying. Peter Woods looking like a good pick. Quinnen is gone. He's not there no more. You need interior pressure. Now, I think Will McDonald turned into a good edge rusher. He was productive as a pass rusher. But you still need that interior push. So I think they go Peter. We can go Peter here.
I like it.
All right. So that takes us over to 17, the Detroit Lions. That's me picking. Even though, the Lions, they lost the best thing that they had in Ben Johnson, and I'll keep pounding that till it ends. But with Dan Campbell, they want to run the damn ball.
Yeah.
And he's going to be focused on offensive line. I think this is the perfect spot for Ione, the guard out of Penn State.
And Drew Petzing is their OC now too.
Oh yeah. So I think they just want to run the damn ball. 2-headed monster. They might have a 3-headed monster by the end of this draft. So that's my guess for where this shakes out. Crazy enough, Jordan Tyson is still on the board, but Matt, what you got for the Minnesota Vikings? 18.
So I spent an entire week in Disney World last week with my kids, and every single team that I saw on somebody's hat my wife was ready to kill me, but I was stopping and talking to them, asking what they wanted for the drafts. Because I value the fans' opinion because they're the ones that pay these. They're the reason these players get paid as much as they do. And ran into, not only sat at a bar for about 45 minutes with somebody that was a Vikings fan, but every single one said they want a quarterback. Unfortunately, that's not an option right now because I am not taking Simpson right now. They might be able to grab one later, but that is not going to be an option right now. But I am going to get them some defensive help, which I believe McCoy probably would have been the first overall cornerback taken in this league in this draft if it wasn't for last year being out for injury. So I'm going to get them some secondary help, and I am taking another Tennessee player.
Okay.
As much as I hate to say that with the T on the helmet, but let's go.
All right.
Panthers.
The up and down Carolina Panthers. Mo, what you got?
Now this was a toss up because I don't think they're really liking Leggett right now. But Leggett also isn't being used how he should. They're trying to use him more as a pure wide receiver. They need to use him more as a weapon. And by weapon, I mean like a Deebo Samuel, a gadget guy that could be over the middle in space and get the ball in space and use what he was good at in college and get some yak yards with the powerful running that he used, But I think here they got, if I'm not mistaken, they got Princely from Ole Miss last year at edge, but get him another edge guy. I think this is where Cassius Howell goes.
I am all in on Cassius Howell. That dude is an absolute stud.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's a monster.
Love it. All right. Well, then that gives us back to the Dallas Cowboys. As Matt already mentioned with their first pick earlier, they just need help all over the defense. And I'm going to stick with that. I am going to go with Brandon Cece. 6'10", 190-pound South Carolina cornerback. I mean, he can pretty much play the nickel right now. I think he'll impress at the combine. I would be surprised if he doesn't go somewhere here in the middle of the first round. And I mean, he's speedy, he's physical, he tackles well, and again, I think the damn Cowboys just need help at everything on defense. So they'll be happy as hell to have them too. And that brings us back to Mo. Man, you picking for everybody in the division. What do you got?
Man, I swear.
No, I'm up.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, Matt is up.
Oh, is it Matt? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do something crazy with this pick.
Oh, please don't do it.
Oh yes.
Please don't what?
Don't do what I think you're gonna do.
I actually got to do a filter on this one, and we're gonna take Ty Simpson out of Alabama.
Oh, that's not what I thought. That is not what I thought.
We're gonna draft their quarterback of the future, as they like to say, that will probably be out of the league in 3 years. But anyway, we're gonna take Ty Simpson out of Alabama. And
so what do you think?
Hopefully, Aaron Rodgers sticks around for one more year.
So what do you think they do with Will Howard?
I think they're already from talking to Steelers. I'm from the Youngstown area originally, so 90% of my family is Pittsburgh fans. Unfortunately, they got dropped on their heads as a child or something, but they aren't sold on him. None of my family wants him. I'm not saying he's not going to be a quarterback in the league somewhere, but he's not going to be a quarterback for the Steelers.
Okay.
But if Ty Simpson can get lucky enough to get Aaron Rodgers to stick around another year and get some of that Green Bay magic where they seem to find the best quarterbacks in the world year after year after year from the time before I was born until now, I think he could potentially become a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, I agree with that. 100%.
The only other place I can see him going that would be better for him is if he lasted till, the 29th pick for the Rams. because if he's able to sit behind Stafford and learn under McVay, I think he would become arguably. I mean, Stafford's able to do, or Stafford, McVay's magical with his quarterback, so I think he'd be able to pull some magic. He'd be a better fit for him, but I don't think he gets past this point.
Okay.
All right. Well, that brings us to the Chargers.
All
Mo,
right.
what you got for the Chargers?
Number, can you do the filter? I see none but QBs.
Oh, you don't want to take the quarterback?
No, they got Herbert. They said they're good with Jay Herbo over there.
Are they sure? You can't.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No, let's see. Let's see here. All right. It's now I will say this, me personally, I was high on Proctor early, but I really fell back off of him. I don't really see the top offensive tackle. Now, hold on. Wait a minute.
I'm not clicking anything until you say it, but I'm getting ready.
Now, I'm going to say this. I think Caden Proctor would be better at guard.
Which is what they need.
Right. I think you can move him into a Mekhi Becton role, but I think this is where Terrell goes. I don't think Terrell falls past them. They did have a good defense, but I do think they can get some secondary help. Derwin James is getting older, you know what I'm saying? And I just think especially with Asante Samuel having that surgery and them letting them go, I think they can use a number one corner. So
all right. Well, that brings us to the Eagles. And I'm kind of torn because Matt put this idea in my head last week or 2 weeks ago that the Eagles are going to get rid of, I just lost his name, the wide receiver. A.J. Brown. And he's going to end up a Browns player.
I ain't gonna lie, I hope we get him. That's just me personally.
If A.J. Brown comes to Cleveland, we draft 2 offensive linemen in the first round.
Then one of those picks could be defense. I'll be okay with it. But I'm actually not going to go Tyson. I'm thinking that with Lane Johnson getting older and with Proctor, again, another offensive tackle that I'm not sure if he's a tackle or a guard long term, they need both help at both. So I'm going to go with Caden Proctor at number 23 for the Eagles. So that's going to make probably Matt's decision here at number 24 a little bit easier.
He got the Browns again.
So I am shit. So we went. Oh God.
How bad do you want the injury history? Is it a risk? Look, they're in the chat. Casey, you are a Brown. Tyson injury history. Too bad for me. What do you think? Matt, you're on the clock, buddy. You're sweating a bit, bud. This is the biggest pick you made all year.
Caleb Lumu is there.
Oh, Lomu is there too. Both Utah tackles. What?
My OTC brothers would be mad at me if I had this pick right now because
I'm torn between 4 players right now. And honestly, I probably would make this decision a lot easier if I wasn't a Browns fan, but God, I hate my dad for making me a Browns fan. But you obviously got Jordan Tyson as an option here, who, minus an injury in the NFL, could potentially be the best wide receiver out in this draft. But his injury history scares the shit out of me. And then you got the person I pick at 24, 94% of the time is Denzel Boston, because he's what's this mean?
I like it. I'm just trying to make keep talking.
But then you also got Kevin Concepcion here, and you got Lomu. So as much as I would love to double up on offensive line in this draft, you're not helping much there, Brian.
It's the fans. It's not me.
I think I am going to stick with my gut on this one, and I think Denzel Boston is going to be an absolute amazing wide receiver in the NFL, and I think I'm going to take him here over the other 2.
Okay, so let me ask you this, right? Because I think I fell back a little bit off of Boston as well. What do you see his comp being? I see a little bit of Rome in his game, but I think Rome was more polished. I think Denzel's a little more raw as far as releases at the line are concerned. But I do think he's good. I don't think he just fell super far, but I think at first he was a lock at 4 and now I'm interchanging at 4. So like what so I just want to hear from your perspective. What about Denzel Boston is popping off at tape for you?
Well, my biggest thing is size. I am sick of wide receivers under 6 foot tall. We need a big body wide receiver, and I think he's measured at 6'3" according to this site, and I think that's actually a true measurement on him. Seeing him standing next to other players on the field in some of his tape, and I think that's going to be our biggest thing. Is we need a big body wide receiver that not only can get open but can manhandle himself down the field and not get beat every time he goes up for the ball. And I think that is my biggest thing why I am so sold on Denzel Boston, because he's just aggressive.
I like that pick. I'm not mad at that.
I heard a couple comps. So like Michael Pittman Jr., a comp for him is probably the best one I've heard. Also, I've heard like Drake London, not a burner, but
I think Drake can sink his hips better than Denzel can in and out of his breaks. But I can see it.
Yeah.
Now this is where for me where I've been mocking. I've mocked KC here because there's a receiver that I like personally that I would get later and double up with. I do like Denzel. I'm not mad at that at all.
That's fair.
And if I was doing a 3-round mock draft here, I might take somebody else because I could down the road take somebody else that would make up for this pick. But unfortunately, we're only doing a 1st-round mock.
Yeah,
I have no control over what happens later, but I am going to stick with my pick on that one.
Yeah, for sure. All right, me with
The Bears.
Chicago. I mean, hey, hey, listen. We know Ben Johnson. We know he like his offensive lineman, and there's an offensive lineman from Utah still here. So, they did get Darnell. Oh, but I think they just signed the tackle out of free agency though. Montez.
Free agency hasn't opened up yet, so they haven't signed anyone, I don't think.
But I was talking about last year. And then they signed that edge rusher. He got a crazy name. Starts with an O, but they signed us like a 2-3 year contract. All right. Let's go with some interior help here for them. Now, I'm torn between 2 players. Caleb Banks, he flashed on tape, but I feel like it wasn't consistent enough. And then he had the injury. And then you got McDonald. I think Banks would be the pick for them. I think he's a little bit more explosive, I would say, as a player. But Lomu's there. I ain't gonna lie. Give me Lomu. Just give me Lomu. Just give me Lomu. I just give me Lomu. I'm not even gonna overthink it.
I think Bills fans are shitting their pants with this pick for you.
I think so too. I think they're excited as hell. Now if it doesn't work out, the GM's just going to throw this guy under the bus anyway, just like he did somebody else. But I think they're going to throw caution to the wind, and they're going to say, how the hell did Jordan Tyson fall all the way down to 26? And they're going to run. They're not going to be on the draft. You're not going to see no down to the last 1 or 2 minutes. You're going to see this is going to close out within 9 minutes and 2 seconds. Jordan Tyson, welcome to Buffalo. You're playing with Josh Allen, baby.
Yeah. They're not even gonna be a question. They're gonna already have that card in by the time the Chicago's done.
Yep. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
And that might be enough for Josh Allen to prove that he can win a Super Bowl. That's something he's.
Sam Darnold won before him.
That's true, and before Lamar.
And Baker.
Did Sam Darnold win that Super Bowl, or did the defense win that Super Bowl?
Bo.
Oh, come on. He won all the games to get him there.
I
But
know.
yeah, Bo.
Come on now. This man just won a Super Bowl. You're gonna shit on him already? Come on now. Dang. Have they even had the parade? Yeah, I mean, let the man celebrate for a minute. Come on.
He celebrated today. He went to Disney World yesterday or Disneyland yesterday, and he had the parade today.
Oh, they parade was today. Damn, that was quick. They won.
Yeah, you didn't see their owner hammered at the podium saying how he was saying that the running back was trying to get a contract extension already, and his running back was like, Walker was like, no, that never happened.
Nah.
Well, oh, I gotta see that. I gotta look that up.
Walker looked pissed when he brought that up. But
Well,
we're on to the 49ers.
yep.
So my notes for this pick is best available based on needs. That's all I listed for them this far in the first round. Obviously, they need wide receiver help. They need offensive tackle. They need a little bit of everything, in my personal opinion. But I think this is a perfect landing spot for Concepcion. I think that gives them another wide receiver target. Ayuk, I don't know what the hell happened last year with him just going MIA from the team, but he's obviously not going to be a 49er next year. But I think a guy like Kevin Concepcion can greatly improve this offense and might be the key they need to actually progress out of the first round bow outs in the playoffs. I don't know what that beep was, but it threw me off.
Hold on, I think it's me. I apologize. I don't know what's going on over here.
I was looking at my battery, my head. I'm like, something's fine.
It's Mo's pager.
Yeah,
paging Mo.
Hey, yeah, man, we good now. We good.
It sounded like my old pager from the fire department when we get a call. I was like, what's on fire?
All right, Mo, what you got for the Texans at 28, buddy?
Well, they need to protect. They need to protect CJ Stroud with their life right now. They traded away Tunsil. I know they probably wish Lomu fell to them, and in real life, they probably would try to trade up with them for him or trade up to get him. But I'm torn. Freeland, I like Freeland, man. He's been growing on me, but they do need interior line help a lot. But I think if you get that bookend tackle, that can solve some problems because you can get some good guards, I think, in the later rounds, which not a lot of people are really talking about in this draft. Just good interior O-lineman, period. But I go Monroe. Get him a tackle.
Monroe Freeling, huh?
Yep.
Love it.
I give him Monroe.
All right, I'm going to make Matt have to do some work while he opens up his 14th beer here.
Oh, I'm moving on.
Oh, geez. Yeah,
I'm out of beer. The beer's too far. The garage is cold.
Good grief. You're doing everything backwards. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear, buddy.
Matter of fact, you can pour up your liquor. I'm going to roll me up one. Go ahead. Let's go. I'm ready.
Right. For this
Jefferson's action here for my Pepsi from Taco Bell.
Oh.
Oh my God. All right, for the Rams here with this bonus pick that they've got, I'm gonna go something a little maybe wild here. So, they've got all these needs, right? Cornerback, offensive line, some defensive positions they could use, but I'm saying they invest in their future here. You said Stafford just came back, and I'm going to say nobody thinks 3 quarterbacks are going in this first round. I'm going to say, wildly enough, Mr. Garrett Nussmeier, pocket passer, high-level arm talent, quick release, can attack all 3 levels, needs some polishing, but he gets a Patrick Mahomes rookie year where he gets to learn from one of the best, Matthew Stafford. And the damn Rams just keep on moving next year,
Man, I haven't seen a lot of mocks. I'm not mad at that pick. I just think he played himself out of being a top pick. I thought he would have been a top pick enough for the Saints to go get him for him to go with Kubiak, you know.
Mm.
But I mean, I mean, that's my fault, but I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it. You sit behind Stafford, you learn. You got Puka already over there. You got Macau already over there. You got your wide receivers. So I didn't, like I said, I didn't know your game. I didn't know your ball knowledge, Brian. You hey.
Every once in a while, you know, blind squirrel. I got 2 in one round. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I don't think this has much legs. I don't think this is that big of a possibility. But I wanted to see 3 quarterbacks go in the first round. Damn it, I got my chance. I'm making it happen.
That's something McVay would do. Like he would have a plan for him out of the gate, and I think that showed when the draft tape of him coming out with Puka. He drafted Puka in the 5th round, but he already knew how he would fit, the philosophy he could run, the routes he could run. He knew everything. So I won't be surprised. Yeah.
All right. Well, that puts us to number 30 with the Broncos. Is this Matt then?
Yes, it is.
All right.
I was already leaning this route before I saw a post today on a certain player off the Broncos Twitter account today where he pretty much stated he was leaving, which was Cortland Sutton. Which means Bo Nix is going to need help. And I think this is the perfect place for a certain wide receiver that Mo was high on going in the first round to fall to. And I think Chris Brazell, I apologize on these names. I am living up to the Slosh Sports Talk name, and I am slurring my speech. But I think he is going to go here to the Broncos.
That's not a bad pick. It's not a bad pick. I mean, they got Troy Franklin. You got, yeah. You got
Troy. Put a battery in that smoke detector, my man.
Is that my? No, that ain't.
XP Gaming 216.
I ain't. Oh man, dang! I ain't even realized that. I ain't gonna lie. I did not realize that whatsoever. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god!
Oh man!
Now I'm about to listen for it.
Holy shit!
Ooh-wee. Well, Mo, while you try to figure out where your smoke detector is at, what you got for the New England Patriots who just got shellacked in the Super Bowl?
Edge rusher help, offensive tackle. I do think they could get a tight end, but I think they'll wait later for that. Defense.
Back up for you.
Defense. I could see a possibility. I mean, Craig Woodson and Jalen Hawkins played well this year, but the safety from Toledo, man. I mean, or I ain't gonna lie. Matter of fact, I take that back. CJ Allen, he's going to the Patriots. I like CJ Allen. He can trigger downhill. He's a physical linebacker, and I think that's something that they can also use right now, especially seeing how Kenneth Walker just was tearing their ass up in the Super Bowl. So,
man. All right, then that leads us to the Super Bowl champions, the last pick of the first round, the Seattle Seahawks. Now obviously, this depends on what happens in free agency and all that stuff, right? But I'm kind of torn here. I mean, you've got McDonald's still available. Banks is still available. I think that Mike McDonald would love to have another defensive player. But I also know that they're more than likely that they're going to need some interior offensive line help. And it might be a little early, but probably not really. I'm going to go Emmanuel Pregnon, Oregon, inside offensive lineman, guard for them. Not like they need a whole lot of help in the run game, but like I said, I think they're getting. They just add on to the talents, right? So, that wraps up the first round of the mock draft. There, Mo, you're the guest, buddy. What you think? You frozen? Uh-oh. Mo's frozen
No,
on
you
us.
good?
Matt, what you got? Any thoughts? He keeps going in and out. He might have bad Wi-Fi's over there. Anything surprise you, Matt?
We kind of went against our grain for this one with some of the picks. I mean, obviously, we've never taken more than one quarterback in the first round through this show. I do like your pick for the Rams. Is Mo back?
He's back, baby.
Yeah, can I
There
hear
we
me?
go. I can hear you now.
Okay. All right. Just making sure I'm good. What's going on?
I'm sitting here looking at the board. I don't know if I regret that not taking Carnell Tate at 6 yet or not, but I think that wide receiver ain't going to do us much good without a line. It's still my opinion on that. I really like the Brandon Cease to the Cowboys that you made, Brian. Looking at these other ones, I mean, I like the Zion Young pick. I really like CJ Allen to the Patriots. I think that's going to be a good fit for him. But other than that, I think we let Mo talk
Mo,
before he froze on us.
I definitely like the Delane pick. I think that's the best corner draft, hands down. I like Terrell. I think Terrell can be very good, but I just think Delane's size combined with his fluidity, how he's able to play man and zone, he can press, he can play off man, he can do it all. And I think that's kind of what separates Terrell. I think Terrell is going to be a more of a press man corner, kind of like Denzel. You know, like he's going to be shorter, but his hip fluidity and how he can mirror receivers, Delane is just going to have him. And Delane loves to tackle too. That's another thing. He loves to tackle. So I'm not going to lie. Me personally, I like the Fano pick. I want Carnell, but I want a bookend tackle. I'm tired of seeing our tackles be turnstiles. We've been needing a tackle since 2020 when we got, I'll say 2021 because Jed's rookie season was actually pretty decent. But after that, it fell off. We've been needing a tackle since 2021, 2022. So, and then the other side, Jack Conklin has not been healthy. So we need a tackle. So I'm not mad at that pick. Do I want Carnell? Absolutely. And I think if we did another mock, that'd be somewhere where you take Carnell, you could get like the Northwestern tackle at a later pick, or you could have, where did Monroe fall? You could have maybe took a swing. Lomu was there at 25. You would have got Lomu at that pick. You know what I'm saying? Because you would have got Carnell already, you know? But the Sadiq pick to Buccaneers was sneaky good. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't really put that into consideration, but that would be a good pick. And then the last one for me was Ione to Lions. That him, Tate Ratledge, and Penei Sewell, you get them in space, pinning pools, screens. Oh my god. Oh, it's gonna be so disgusting for Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery to just Deion Sanders skip through lanes all day. Like it's
gonna be high stepping into the end zone every week.
Oh my goodness! And Jahmyr Gibbs' home run speed, like that's just dangerous to run behind. You know, like you have first of all, you have these Tate Ratledge and Penei Sewell 6'7", 6'6". You have Jahmyr Gibbs, who's small, running behind him, finding lanes, and then he's out of there. You know, so yeah.
So I got a question for you guys. This has been rattling in my brain for a couple of days now with the combine coming up. Do you think anything could potentially happen in this combine that would change that first overall pick?
I think I'm gonna say this. I think there's 3 routes. I think if Arvell Reese is an absolute freak of nature and tears every metric off the board at his size, they're gonna put him up there as a generational player. because of the blend of size, speed, and if he has good shuttle and good 10-yard splits, they're gonna call him a unicorn. And I ain't gonna lie, if Caleb Downs goes out there and his measurements is off the charts, they may try to trade down and grab more capital and grab somebody next year, or grab a later round guy like a Garrett, like Trinidad if he comes out. So
I mean, you got arguably the one of the best quarterbacks of all time out there. That's going to be spending a lot of time with whoever they draft at quarterback. So they have.
Yeah, and
I was just curious if you guys thought of any other quarterback could show up to the combine and produce to the point of passing up Mendoza.
I think if Moore was still around, you could have flip flopped him, right? And we could have gone back and forth all off season. But I don't.
Moore was the only one I thought too.
And I don't even think that they're going to be in the Willis sweepstakes. I'm not really that high on Willis myself. I know that his advanced analytics from his three hole starts are like leagues above everybody else. But again, that's only 3 starts. But that would be the only thing that I could see is like somehow they surprise us and they sign Willis. Then I don't see them drafting Mendoza too. But I just don't see it happening. So I don't think this is going to be any other pick. I think Fernando Mendoza, no matter what happens at the combine, I think he's the number 1 pick. That's just my opinion.
I think the where you may see that different of consensus is number 2 and what the Jets will do, because I think if Trinidad or I'll even throw Garrett in there because he has good arm talent. His arm talent is nice. Trinidad, and Ty, I think they'll have a rise like a Zach Wilson rise or like a Trey Lance rise to where they produce at the combine. They may have some measurables that people like, and they will rise because of that. There's always one QB riser every year. It's always one, whether it's one getting into the first round or whether it's one being the second or third QB. So it's like it's gonna be one because QB is such a coveted position in the league. Like you need a QB. So
somebody's gonna reach this year for a QB that shouldn't go in the first round. Somebody's gonna reach.
I think somebody. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. That was the end of my statement.
I think somebody gonna reach on wide receiver, and I'm just gonna say I think somebody's gonna reach on Arvell. It could be the Jets at 2, but I think somebody's gonna reach on Arvell because he's a tweener to me. He's more like an outside linebacker that should be dropping into coverage sometimes. He's not like a Micah, and that's why I don't like when people compare him, because Micah can actually play off-ball linebacker and was guarding NFL wide receivers in the slot. Like, come on, like that's freak of nature. I don't think Arvell has the hips or foot. I'm not gonna say foot speed, but Micah has a better acceleration and burst than Arvell in my opinion. So, yeah, I think somebody gonna reach on one of these QBs or one of these receivers. One of these receivers is gonna pop. Like if Zachariah Branch runs a 4.2 40, he's going in the first. Whether people would like it or not.
I agree 100%. All right. Well, before we close it out, Mo, we appreciate you being on, buddy.
Yes,
you want to tell everybody where they can find you and kind of what you do out there?
Yeah, man. I'm on Twitter Spaces, man. OTC. We run this community where everybody can come in and talk about the Browns, whether you don't like what the Browns are doing, you like what the Browns are doing. We just built a community where everyone can get their opinions off, and just talk about the Browns as a community. We want to bring it together because once we win that bowl, hey man, we going up from there. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. Of course, there's going to be disagreements in spaces because everybody has their own different opinions. But on Twitter, that's what we try to bring. We try to bring positivity into the community. We try to bring a community where everyone can talk and speak. So on Twitter, at Morax is where you can find me. You can find JL No Cap on Twitter as well. You can find my guy Cam, Route Universe, on Twitter as well for wide receiver breakdown. So we got a lot of knowledgeable guys in the community where we can talk about all facets of the game, whether it's the trenches in the offensive line, skill position at wide receiver, corner. We can talk it all, So that's just what we do, and we want to bring everybody in the Browns community just come in and talk to us and rock with us. it's like we all cousins at the cookout just talking, I was just, so for sure. And I appreciate y'all having me on, man. I always rep OTC, but I appreciate y'all having me on 100%.
Love it, bro. Love it, bro.
Awesome.
You're great. You're great. All right, fellas. Till next time. We'll see you.
Yes,
Have a good night.
Hey, we did at the same time. We knew what was going on.